Hi guys, I am uh, Anish Deshpande, and in this video we are going to see the ending of Queen versus Pawn on 7th rank. So this you see on the board is the first position, and here this pawn on 7th rank is on the center file. So here if this pawn is on the center file, this position is winning for the player with the queen, in this case white. So how can white win here? He will first give queen c7 check. Black will go king to b2. Now if we move our king like this here, then he will also get a queen and this will be a draw. So we will give here one more check with queen e5, and after the black move, and then the black kings move to c2. He if we don't give any check, black is threatening to make a queen. So we will again give a check, queen c5 check. Then again this king will go here to b1. Again he's threatening to queen on the next move. So queen b4 check, king c2, queen c4 check, king b2. Again if we don't do anything, he will queen on the next move. So now as his king is here on c2, we will go and attack this pawn. Now he has to come king c1 to save this pawn, and as soon as the king comes on c1, we will give one more check. And now he is forced to go in front of the pawn. Now he cannot make a queen. So now next we will bring our king in. We have to repeat the same process. Check, king here, check, king here. Just go and threaten to win the pawn. After he goes here, check. As soon as the king goes in front of the pawn, just bring the king in. The rest is the same process like this. You just have to check and then bring the king in. Just same. Go here and attack the pawn. King comes here, check. Just bring the king in. And now it's simple. Queen c3 check, king d1, king e3, and now it's a forced mate like this. So this was the first position we saw with the pawn on 7th rank was on the center file, and in this case the player with the queen wins. So now we'll see the next position. So here in this position, in this position, you can see that instead of in the last example our pawn was here, it was the center file pawn, but now here the pawn is on the here on the c file. So wherever it may be, c file or the f file, the drawing technique is the same. So this position is a draw. White cannot win this. Let's see how. Now black is now going to queen on the next move. So say white gives a check. Then the king will move to a2. Then white will check again. Then this king will go to b2. Then again a check. As we had seen in the previous example, that the queen used to come closer to give the check. But now here in this case, we will go in a similar position like our previous example. As soon as the king comes on b1, white queen will give here a check on b3. Now instead of going here, now in the previous example we had to go in front of the pawn. Then white's king would march here and would checkmate black. But here we will go to a1, and here if white captures, then it's a draw by stalemate. So again he has to give this check here. He just has to repeat. If he comes here like this, then we'll again come here. And threaten to queen the pawn. Again he has to give this check and king a1. This will go on forever, and white would never be able to win this game as his king cannot march in the game. So this was regarding the c or the f pawn. The same thing happened with the f pawn. So the next position we are going to see is on the A or the H file. So let's see. So here this position is also drawn because the pawn belongs to the A file. Similar things happen with the pawn on the H file. So here black wants to queen on the next move. So if white starts checking, here in this case black king will go to A1 in front of the pawn. Yes, because now if white moves, white tries to bring his king into the game, it's a stalemate. This pawn can't move and this king can't come out. So white has to move his queen from this file so that black king can move. So if he comes here, then black king will again come to b1, and he will want to queen on the next move. So this will keep happening, and white would never be able to progress in this game. Even if he gives a check, then again same thing. We want to queen on the next move. And if you again give check, king a1, in this case the white king cannot come forward, as it would be a stalemate. So guys, we will again revise what we had seen until now. So if the pawn belongs to the center file, you have to give checks with the queen such that your king is closer to the pawn, and as soon as and by coming closer, you have to attack the pawn on this square. If the pawn is here, you have to attack the pawn on this square, and whenever the king goes here to save the pawn, you have to give a check on c3, and as soon as the king moves in front of the pawn, you have to bring the king in, and you have to repeat the process until your king comes closer to the pawn. In case of the f file, you have to use the stalemate trick by going to a1 whenever he attacks your pawn from b3. And in case of the a file, you have to go in front of the pawn such that white cannot maintain his queen on this file. So guys, thank you for watching this video. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. Jai Hind.